Folks, it was amidst the shivers of one of the chilliest parts of the Cold War that outgoing President Dwight Eisenhower warned the American public about the rise of the military-industrial complex. And we all know why, of course. In the shadow of the bomb and the world-shattering destruction it promised if ever used again, all bets were off. And that meant that freedoms could and probably eventually would be curtailed. I bring this up today because there are a series of recently released government documents that have uncovered some of what our dear leaders may have in store for us in the event of catastrophic attacks. Because, of course, everything got updated after 9/11. That's right. If you thought all that really changed was that airports were even more annoying to get through than they already had been, well, you were missing out on all the fun. The uncovered documents concern a government takeover or shutdown of communications networks during wartime. So that's fun. They include things like a draft order from the Justice Department in 2008 that could address the Second Amendment and the rights of detainees. I mean, my gosh, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? And to be fair, most of us are missing out on most of the fun because most of these documents are still classified. For example, before 9/11, our government pretty much focused on one doomsday scenario above all others, and that was the bomb. And that's understandable because before Reagan came along and kicked Gorbachev's ass with a single directive to tear down the Berlin Wall, and before the economic ramifications of decades of socialism came along and finished the job, our biggest threat on the world stage was the Soviet Union, and their biggest weapon was the same as ours, a gigantic arsenal of cans of whoop ass just waiting to be opened. Nowadays, we tend to forget about nuclear bombs, even though the threat of nuclear war is every bit as present now as it was back then. But of course, after 9/11, we had a whole new laundry list of things to be afraid of. And the military-industrial complex shot through the upper echelons of government like monkeypox through an imprudent confirmed bachelor. Never lets go of a chance to solidify its power and hold on to the reins of our liberties. The New York Times reported on this in a rare fit of journalistic integrity, which I'm sure they'll repent of some Sunday Mass if they just go to church. I want to read to you a paragraph from their report and see if it doesn't chill your blood just a little bit. Here's what they said. For example, they included directives imposing versions of martial law, censoring information crossing the border, and suspending court hearings for detained people. It is unclear whether the current set includes similar actions. Other orders from that era included a declaration that a state of war existed, a directive to arrange for reconvening of Congress at a secure site, and the creation of an agency empowered to impose sweeping controls over the economy. That agency, reporting to the president, could enact controls like requisitioning private property and allocating materials, imposing wage, price, and rent controls, rationing, and settling labor disputes. So, nothing to see here, folks. Move along. Folks, this is all the crap that the government's trying to do now. Forget about any upcoming attack or major crisis. And while not all those threats are mentioned in the report, here are some of the ones that are. The rise of extremist racial groups, manufactured or manipulated attacks on data, bioterrorism, lab accidents and pandemics, downed power grids and solar flares, nuclear attack, extreme weather, and major earthquakes. Now, I don't know about you, but my 2022 disaster bingo card pretty much filled up already. I think maybe after this program, I might just go to my dressing room and put my head between my knees and, well, just simply kiss my ass goodbye. We're in this together. I love y'all. God bless.